welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do the get to know me tag. Since this is gonna be the first video on my channel, I figured that you guys would probably wanna know who I am and a couple more details about me. So this is the tag. Oh, I have three. One is buffoon, one is baboon, and the other one is petunia. Yes, South Korea and maybe China. We'll see. I'm Haitian. He was never a thing in my household. Like, Haitians don't understand, like, there's a white man walking around and giving kids gifts. Like, that wasn't a thing. Absolutely, and I think that's what caused me to grow as an individual, because if I continue to hold on to those memories of me saying like, oh, I should have did it, I should have did that, and then it doesn't help with my emotional growth, nor does it help me with my personal growth. All of them except Hunger Games, because that's when I was like, no, I'm not doing another one of these fantasy nonsense anymore. Twilight was a comedy, and Harry Potter I read when I was in elementary school. Are you laughing? Harry Potter I read when I was in elementary school. I did see like the first two movies, but then I kind of was like, okay, it's okay. I like the book better. So yes on Twilight, yes on Harry Potter, no on Hunger Games, and no, I did not watch the movie. It's good. By that time I was sci-fi, teen sci-fi'd out by that time. So no. And then I started watching Korean dramas, so it was, it's a lot better. I think I am too selfless. It pisses me off because I self-sacrifice all the time for people, and sometimes they do not deserve it. So that's something that I'm learning to do better, because ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, I still have all my love letters that was ever given to me in even elementary school. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm serious, I still have them, and every once in a while, when I'm feeling low, I'm like, let me journey back to the past, and I'll like pull one over, and I had one, like, this guy was like, Rose, would you go out with me? And then he was like, yes, no, maybe. But then I made an extra box, I said, heck no, and then I check mark it like about 30 times. Yeah, I wasn't nice back then. Yeah, I am nice now. That's a hard one. That is a hard one. See, The Notebook is a comedy. It's hilarious, like, I waited for you. Like, girl, boy, sit out, okay? But I think I'll go with The Notebook more. No, I'm sorry, Titanic will be my ultimate favorite. Not the fact that her name's Rose or it's Leonardo DiCaprio. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the story's better. I think I have a combination of both acquaintances and a combination of close friends. Like, I have a lot of acquaintances, people that I'm really cordial with, people that I'm really cool with, that I hang out with, but I can't really call them friends. And I have very, very few friends. I take my friendships as seriously as I take my romantic relationships, because these are the people I'm gonna be around. They're gonna be in my family, they're gonna know my family, they're gonna be engaged, and I wanna protect my environment as much as possible. So I'm very, very careful who I call friend, and I'm very careful who I let in my life. No, that is a lie from the pit of hell, okay? There's no reason to be ignorant. There's so many books, there's so many resources for you not to be ignorant. Why stay ignorant? It is not blissful. Educate yourself. You don't know something, go find it out. Like, there's a library full of free books. There's movies, there's documentaries. Ignorance is not bliss. It's just stupid. I didn't know I feel so strongly about that one. No, I don't know. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I think that's something that media, like the movies, have made us feel like, oh, it's possible. And there's people that can say it is. That's, do you, boo. Go about your day. But I'm gonna need to know a little bit more about yourself before I can say I follow. Like, what's your social security? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your credit score looking like? I need to know these information before I put myself in a compromisable situation. I'm too practical for love at first sight. I'll say that. I'm more of an introvert. I'm more in my head a lot, but if the situation arises, then I might be an extrovert. It just depends. But I'm more introvert than I am anything. Like, I love my own company. I love being in my head. I like analyzing things in my head. Like, people sometimes annoy me, so that's why I was an introvert. My dad named me after this French actress. He saw the movie, and then my mom told him that my mom was pregnant with me at the time, and I was a little girl, and then he was like, oh, I have the perfect name. So my dad was the one that named me. I am from Haiti. I was born in Haiti. That's right. Feel the melanin, all from Haitians. I grew up in South Florida in a little town. What is not to love? Don't roll your eyes, okay? Do not roll your eyes. I love my imperfections. I love the things that makes me who I am. Like, for example, you guys, like, my nose is one of those things that I couldn't stand about myself, but then I realized my face tells a story of who I am as an individual. Like, I'm Haitian, I'm African, okay? So it doesn't make any sense for me to have a straight bridge nose. I'm African. Especially, I think I might be more towards the West Africa, maybe Guinea or, in that area. So there's no reason why I would have a long bridge nose if the climate is like a very tropical climate. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, every part of my face, every part of my body tells a historic story of who I am as an individual. So I can't say, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about, I want to change this. No. Leave my imperfections alone, and I love them all. I love everything about me. I'm perfect. Okay, amen. Praise somebody. Number one thing that I always try to aspire to be better at and to grow stronger is my relationship with God and my relationship with my family and friends. As well as school, making sure that I'm up to top shape with studying, which I should have been doing now. But it'll be God, family, my friends, and my education, and as well as work, because we have to eat out here in the streets. I was in my 20s. Like, my first official date, I was in my 20s. After a breakup, here's the thing, by the time I break up with you, I'm already over it. Like, I already mourned our relationship. So I don't feel any type of way. That sounds so bad, I'm gonna edit that out. Like, I just go about my life. Like, I don't think about it. Usually I'm the one, like, if I was the one that broke up with a guy, I just go about my day. Like, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna curl up in the house, cry and mourn you. We ended for a reason. So that's what I always look at. There's a reason behind everything, and you're just not the guy for me, so let me move on. So where's Chris Hemsworth? I think when I was younger, I thought religion was honestly I didn't get it. Like, for example, I grew up in a Catholic, my parents took me to Catholic churches, like that was an option for me. But they weren't sticklers. Like, I didn't have to every Sunday have to go, and I didn't have to do the communion or the baptism thing. But I think for me, like, seeing how that Catholic church was and how the gossip was, I didn't like it. And I was just like, if this is what God is, then I don't want no parts of it. But when I got older, I realized there's a difference between religion and spirituality. And I think I have a relationship with God, and every day and often I try to strengthen that relationship with God. That is my personal relationship with God. So it's not anybody else's business what I talk to God about. It's me, the Father, the Holy Spirit, and God. Like, it's just a more intimate way of looking at, like, religion, but not really as Christianity. I do believe God exists. Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and he rose on the third day. So what I do what I try to do is build a relationship with him. Religion, not so much. I think when you look back at history, religion has been the cause of so many wars, of so many, like, disagreements. I have no parts of it. Depends on the day and my mood. Some days it's half full. I'm ready to conquer the world. And some days that thing is half empty. Like, who took the other half? Who took the other half? Honestly, guys, I'm human. It just depends on the day. I'd rather you cheat on me because I don't want to compromise my integrity and my character. So go ahead and cheat on me, look like a big buffoon, and I'll just I'll just move on and prosper and continue to be great. Give me intelligence, because with my intelligence, I can make you lift whatever I need you to lift. Ooh, look at him. Give me a phone. Give me the phone, because sometimes my jokes don't get received the way I want them to receive, but when I'm on the phone, I hit the punchlines, you know what I'm saying? Chocolate all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, vanilla is cool, like, but like, chocolate just hitting the spot, you know what I'm saying? Chocolate ice cream just hit the spot for me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just gets me together. Oh my gosh. English is not my first language, and I am not pretending like it is. So this is the end of my tag. I answered 25 questions. If you have any more questions for me, just go ahead and put them down below, and I will respond to them. As long as they're appropriate and they're not rude. And if they are rude, understand that I will respond to you being rude. Don't be a buffoon. There's no reason to be a baboon. And don't let me come for your petunia. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.